Few leaders in history have wielded as much influence as Mao Zedong, the founder of the People's Republic of China. His name is synonymous with revolution, ambition, and controversy. From his meteoric rise as a revolutionary leader to the sweeping changes he imposed on Chinese society, Mao's legacy is as complex as it is monumental. In today's video, we'll explore 8 key chapters in the life and rule of Chairman Mao, from his early revolutionary fervor to the devastating consequences of his policies. This is the story of how one man reshaped a nation of over 1 billion people, and the world along with it. Mao Zedong was born in 1893 to a peasant family in Hunan province. His early life was marked by a blend of traditional Confucian values and exposure to revolutionary ideas sweeping through China during the late Qing dynasty. Mao was deeply influenced by the May 4th movement in 1919, a cultural and political awakening that emphasized anti-imperialism and modernization. As a young man, he immersed himself in Marxist-Leninist literature, believing communism offered a solution to China's exploitation by foreign powers and internal feudalism. By the 1920s, Mao joined the Chinese Communist Party (CCP), rising quickly through its ranks. His focus on rural peasants as the backbone of revolution, stark contrast to traditional Marxist emphasis on urban workers, set him apart. This strategy would later prove pivotal in his rise to power. In the early 1930s, the CCP faced annihilation from Chiang Kai-shek's nationalist forces. Mao's leadership during the Long March, a grueling 6,000-mile retreat across China, cemented his status as the party's de facto leader. The march, which lasted over a year, saw the Red Army endure starvation, brutal weather, and relentless attacks. Of the 86,000 who began the journey, only 8,000 survived. Yet, it was during this time that Mao's ideology took root and his tactical genius gained recognition. The Long March became a powerful symbol of communist resilience and determination, solidifying Mao's mythos as the savior of the revolution. By 1949, Mao's Red Army had emerged victorious in the Chinese Civil War, forcing Chiang Kai-shek's nationalist government to flee to Taiwan. On October 1, 1949, Mao declared the founding of the People's Republic of China in Beijing's Tiananmen Square. This moment marked a turning point in Chinese history. Under Mao, China sought to eliminate feudalism, expel foreign influence, and rebuild itself as a global power. Mao's early policies, such as land reform and the redistribution of wealth, initially won widespread support, particularly among the rural poor. However, the seeds of authoritarianism and central control were already being sown, setting the stage for future turmoil. In 1958, Mao launched the Great Leap Forward, a campaign to rapidly industrialize China and surpass Western nations in economic output. Central to this vision was the collectivization of agriculture and the establishment of rural communes. However, the policy was a disaster. Unrealistic production quotas, misguided agricultural practices, and falsified reports led to widespread famine. Between 1959 and 1961, an estimated 20 to 45 million people died in one of the deadliest man-made disasters in history. The Great Leap Forward exposed the dangers of unchecked power and ideological rigidity. Mao's prestige suffered, and he faced criticism within the Communist Party, though he retained his position as chairman. By the mid-1960s, Mao felt his authority was waning. To reassert his control, he launched the Cultural Revolution in 1966, a decade-long campaign to purge counter-revolutionary elements and revive revolutionary fervor. Millions of students, known as Red Guards, were mobilized to target intellectuals, officials, and even their own families. Schools were shut down, historical artifacts destroyed, and countless individuals persecuted. The chaos paralyzed China's economy and tore communities apart. While Mao framed the Cultural Revolution as a fight against elitism, it was largely a tool to consolidate power and eliminate rivals. By the time it ended in 1976, After Mao's death, China was left socially and economically devastated. Central to Mao's rule was the creation of a personality cult. His image was omnipresent in propaganda posters, statues, and the infamous Little Red Book, a collection of his quotes that became a symbol of loyalty to the regime. Mao's charisma and control over state media turned him into a quasi-religious figure. His word was law, and dissent was met with severe punishment. This cult of personality shielded Mao from criticism, even as his policies led to widespread suffering. The deification of Mao offers a stark lesson in the dangers of absolute power and the manipulation of public perception. Mao Zedong died on September 9, 1976, leaving behind a mixed and controversial legacy. For many, he is a revolutionary hero who ended centuries of imperialism and laid the foundation for modern China. Yet, his policies, particularly the Great Leap Forward and Cultural Revolution, caused untold suffering and deaths. Mao's impact on China is undeniable. His vision of a communist society continues to shape the country's identity. Even as modern China embraces capitalism and global integration, debates over his legacy remain divisive, reflecting the complex and contradictory nature of his rule. Mao's rise and fall offer profound lessons about leadership, ideology, and power. His ability to inspire and mobilize millions is a testament to the power of vision, while the tragedies of his rule highlight the dangers of absolute authority and the suppression of dissent. As China continues its ascent as a global superpower, Mao's shadow looms large. Understanding his life and rule is crucial to understanding modern China and the enduring impact of revolutionary ideals. His story is a cautionary tale of ambition, resilience, and the fine line between progress and devastation. Chairman Mao Zedong remains one of history's most polarizing figures. His rise to power brought hope to millions, yet his policies led to unimaginable suffering. Mao's story is a reminder of how the pursuit of ideological purity can come at an extraordinary human cost. What are your thoughts on Mao's legacy? Share your insights in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into history. Together, we'll continue to explore the stories that shaped our world.